Hope y'all can see that. All right, so this book really doesn't need any introduction. This Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Pretty much this is one of the books you got to do. If you're doing book reviews, this is one of the ones you absolutely have to do. This book here is on my top 10 books, my personal top 10 books of all time. I had a little surgery on my throat, so I'm a little raspy. So I lost a few days because of it, but I'm just gonna push through it anyway. Got Sanaa, on here with me, my Mount Sanaa with me. So while we waiting on my other daughter, just try to do a book review. Like I said, I lost a lot of days because of the surgery, but anyway, just gonna push through it. But with Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad book, it's not too much that I have to really say about it. Of course, when I first read it years ago, it was the first time that I heard that your house is a liability and not an asset. And that concept it was powerful. It was a powerful concept, and that's true. And nobody ever thought about it. I never heard anybody say it before Robert Kiyosaki said that. And then when he went into his history and his past, it just rung a bell to me because, like Robert Kiyosaki wasn't good in school. He's like a C or D student. So was I. He had a little bit of, had military. So did I. He had a little bit of, did he have a little bit of college? I think it was a little bit. I think he just did a little bit, and that was it. And so did I. And it was just, he just wasn't a big fan of school. He had one dad who he considered his poor dad, who was heavily in education and school and getting a degree, getting a job, retired, the whole thing. When his rich dad, who actually is his best friend's dad, told him about entrepreneurship, told him about investing, told him about business and all of that, which is good. And this book is, good for all ages, good for kids. I even got a bunch of books like this that I'm gonna have all the kids read. We all gonna read it together. I'm sure they're all excited about that. They cannot wait, especially Sanaa. So, but this is one of the books that they absolutely have to read. It is a life changer. I will go as far as saying that this book actually is a life changer. It changed the way I think about things, especially when I read it. And I was already an adult. Yeah, this book came out in 96, 97, something like that. I was almost an adult. I think I was like my late, what would that put me at? Yeah, 97. Yeah, that put me at late teenager. So I was like maybe 16, something like that when I read the book, 16, 17, yeah. So anyway, but I think I read it a few years after that. But anyway, excellent book. Like I said, I don't have to say too much about this book. Everybody knows about Rich Dad, Poor Dad for the most part, but I just want to say my personal take on it. Again, it's in my top 10 books of all time. If you're going to buy any books, you got to buy this book here. There's a few, his political views and stuff like that. You always got differences with somebody with their political views. But what he has to say about business and we have to say about investors and politics, he has so many books that he put out too. I probably got 8 books by Robert Kiyosaki. I think 5 of them I read, and they all were excellent. This one is of course the best. He still stands by Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Company, the Rich Dad brand. Worldwide. And also he goes a lot into gold and silver and how it's going to take off, and I feel like that is true too. I feel like by next year that silver is going to be at $100 an ounce. I could, just the way things are going, gold probably $3,000 to $4,000 an ounce. So I do believe that as well. He gave numbers actually higher than that. But it's definitely going to go a lot more up than where it is now. That is for sure. So I would say you definitely got to pick up Rich Dad, Poor Dad if you don't do anything else. I really liked his story, how he really broke it down with his dad, his biological dad, and his rich dad, which is his friend's dad, which is his best friend's dad. I don't know, this thing, for some reason, wanted to lose his grip just now. while I'm recording. It was fine all this time till I doing this video. Anyway, all right, well, hopefully it stays. That's good. Good enough. Anyway, yep. Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Got to pick it up. Got to share it with the kids. Get them to thinking about business, entrepreneurship. You know, moving forward. Get them to thinking about assets. What's a real asset and what's a liability, and knowing the differences. Of course, an asset is something that makes you money, or you're getting money in time from it. It appreciates. And a liability is anything that you have to pay. So, you know, like a house, if you are a homeowner, like he said, and I totally agree, and this is very controversial then and even now, if you're a homeowner and you have to pay a mortgage on that house, it is a liability because you have to pay it. If you were renting that same house out and you were cash flowing on that house, then it is an asset. That is the thought on it. Even like something like gold and appraising time, asset. A business that's making you money, asset. Anything that you have to pay, like a car, you know, this is a liability. So anything that is that's costing you money, liability. Anything that is that's making you money, asset. Yeah. But again, I can't say enough, and there's no, you know, for me to go into details on this book. You absolutely have to read it for yourself and see to get the details. But no spoiler, as I always do. For anybody who hasn't read it, I won't spoil it. But if you don't read nothing else, if you have to have 10 books in your life, this is one of them for sure. All right, y'all. All right, little girl.